on today's Kidding with Kayla, we are talking about the struggle to get your kid into their car seat.
And for years, our Kayla Sullivan had a trick that worked, but this week, little Alan decided he wasn't feeling for it anymore and falling for it anymore. Here's her report on the topic.
This just in, my son no longer responds to the counting down trick authorities have been depending on for years. I can confirm counting down from 5 and saying, quote, blast off once he was seated used to be the only way I could get my son into his car seat. Tragically, that has now stopped working. Law enforcement is asking the public for help. If you have any tips, you are strongly encouraged to report them in the comment section. Sources say without an effective method, it could take hours to get this child into a car seat. This makes running late even more likely than it already was. Our thoughts and prayers are with my employment status in the coming days. Back to you.
Not the thoughts and prayers.
I'm here. I'm still hired.
Oh, man.
But, you know,
the struggle is real.
There's
if
nothing
you see me gone, it's because my kid wouldn't get his car seat.
No blast offs.
There's nothing like realizing that I used to work. What happened? Now I got to figure out all of this all over again?
I wanted to depend on that forever. But, you know, now he finds it entertaining to hide from me because you know, that was a game for him. But now he's got a new game, and the new game is hide from mommy. It really aggravates her. She gets really nervous. It's a lot of fun to watch her stress.
Yes.
And honestly, I don't blame him. It probably is thoroughly entertaining.
From his perspective, it's a ball.
watch me say, "Mommy's late for work. Please get in your car seat." You know, eventually you just have to take him and be like, "All right, you're getting in here." But the comment section, as always, came to my rescue with great suggestions. One of them was actually a child counselor. So this person had some sound advice, and she suggested I don't resort to manipulation or scare tactics or threaten him because research shows that that's not the most effective or healthy way to treat kids. So instead, researchers have found more success in staying calm in those situations, easier said than done, and giving control where you can. So giving him choices like, do you want to climb in, or would you like mommy to fly you in? Or she said, you know, setting timers on your watch or your phone works really well. Many times kids are just wanting to connect with you in those moments, so giving him like a little bit of attention as time allows, you know, that might be what he's craving at the time. And then if he still doesn't want to go in, say, you know, looks like you're going to need mommy's help buckling you in today, you know, and try just doing it yourself calmly again, and then offering them the choice to buckle themselves in, because a lot of this is like a power struggle, right? They want control. And so she also suggested keeping like a rotating bag of some of his favorite toys, maybe like switch them out and stuff, and then he doesn't get that bag until he is buckled in his seat. So then that's kind of like the routine.
Wait, that sounds like bribery.
I kind of agree.
That sounds like what we do.
I kind of agree a little bit on that one. Like I guess that's where like that limit is set. Like you won't get the bag until, but it sounds like a reward to me.
It's like instead of bribery, it's incentive.
Yeah, they get creative with those words, but I think it's more the routine. Like he'll figure out, okay, when I'm in the seat, I get that bag, you know. So it's maybe it's not as much me saying, if you do this, you'll get this. Maybe it's just part of his routine that we're trying to develop.
I'm gonna timer suggestion, because it makes it into like a competition or like a game. And, you know,
well, that was
what
I was doing when I counted down, but maybe the like action of like a buzz sound might excite him now. So we'll try doing that. But yeah, anything I can make into a competition for Alan, he usually responds really well to that stuff. So
I just honestly, Kayla, I have to say you're doing a good job. I don't know the last time somebody told you that, but there's plenty of grandmas, grandpas, aunties, and uncles that's like, we didn't do all that. So Kayla, you did a good job. We're here to tell you you're doing a good job.
You're doing more than our parents would have told us. They were like, hey, you're gonna get in that seat.
Right.
You're gonna get in that seat.
Now we have the research that shows that I guess like yelling at your kids probably isn't the best thing, or you know, threatening to do so. It's funny because now we're in this generation where we're using that those resources, that research that's been done, but it's so much easier said than done. Right? Like I joke with people that say I'm a really bad gentle parent because it's hard to figure out, right? Like it's really hard to grasp, but then once you do, you're like, oh, this actually makes sense. I understand now why they're telling us to do that. But it's difficult.
Well, that's why people have to keep following you. Because you make it a lot more fun to try to do.
And then experts are commenting on your stuff now, like left and right.
I don't know. I'm like, you guys are following. I think they use me because then they can advertise in my comments. They're like, follow me too. Nice. Very genius. But for more Kidding with Kayla, you can always follow me on Kayla Sullivan on Facebook, or click the Kidding with Kayla tab on wishtv.com.
All right, Kayla, thank you so much
Yes.
as always.
Always a pleasure.
Just